Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Gary. Thank you for being here. Today is a welcome break from our offices in Treforest Industrial Estate. Always happy to come down to this area. But really, I'm here today to tell you about our new spring campaign. As Manon said earlier, it's the first campaign of our new strategy and Partnership for Growth. So the strategy really has quite a target of 10% growth by 2020, and really we are looking to work with you to achieve this long-term goal. It's I think this is the main challenge that we've faced from a marketing perspective. All our surveys, satisfaction surveys, show that thanks to you, when people come to Wales, they have a wonderful time. But however, there does seem to be a gap between those people who haven't been to Wales before. Yes, people say it's a beautiful country, but they're not really convinced that there's enough of things to do. So we have to address that gap between the perception and the reality. So together, we really need to tell and amplify the stories of Wales. I was speaking to Hazel earlier on, and we were talking, I like this little phrase, facts tell, stories sell. We need to demonstrate and celebrate everything that is wonderful about the products that we have in Wales and what is particularly distinct and appealing to our visitors. But we need to provide evidence that there's lots to do, that there are lots of rewarding and enriching experiences. So, Manon mentioned then we have this European-funded project, which is also matched very kindly by our partners in Cadw, National Resources Wales and Valleys Regional Park. As Manon said, it's a prescriptive list of products, but that's been by no means restrictive. We've been able to focus and really all the products on that list, and it's largely skewed towards this area, have really been products that we would really do in as part of our ordinary work. And it basically has made us really focus on the new strategy, which is about having a product-led approach. So in terms of the markets that we're going after, we traditionally go after what we call our core markets, which are the West Midlands and the North West. But this time, as per the strategy, we're going to really sort of tap into new areas where we think there's opportunity, in particular, London and the South East, the West Midlands and Yorkshire. So we're going to do that in the UK and also in the Republic of Ireland, which is actually our largest single source for international visitors to Wales. And in those markets, we intend to work very closely with our partners, the sea carriers, Irish Ferries and Stena. So in terms of demographics, these are our target markets, what we call independent explorers. And for those of you, I'm sure, who know, these are people who really like to do stuff on holiday. They're not the fly and flop people who fly away to far distant countries and sit by the pool and stuff. These people are quite active in their holiday experiences. The older cultural explorers, really, these are sort of mature couples, sort of national trust people, if you want, people who are interested in heritage and culture. Scenic explorers are those who really like walking, very much target for our Wales Coast Path. Active family explorers, again, people with children who like to do things. And our pre-family explorers who really are into the outdoor activities. So, and then onto really the depth of our campaign, really. This year, we've taken the strapline, Have You Packed for Wales? So, addressing the strategy, again, the perception that people believe there's not enough to do in Wales, we really want to show that Wales has an enviable amount of activities and products to enjoy and make new people aware about that. But we want to appeal to people. It's a kind of challenge, really, to say that, bring along your usual things, your sun cream, your hat, but also we want to make an emotional appeal to people, to appeal to to have an open mind, to have a sense of adventure. And this is one sort of creative expression of that. So you'll need hat, linen shirt, your best friend, and an off switch. I think we all need that every now and again. And this here is quite a busy slide, but basically it shows the length, the breadth and the depth of the campaign, with obviously TV, cinema, video this year, video on demand, but also press advertising and outdoor advertising in UK and in the Republic of Ireland. And I think that visually what you can take from this here is that it's kicked off on St. David's Day, 1st of March, and runs through to the end of May. And I think that's one important point to say there really, is that really we're going after Easter now. We're going after this year. We want to, really appeal to people to start putting Wales on the shortlist of their places of Wales to go. So Easter is an important conversion and consideration period for us. So the big hitters then, it's very important for us to be visual on TV, video on demand and cinema. Starts on March the 1st, and then we go through to sort of the end of May in the UK and in Ireland. And now I'm going to show you the advert, which lost the sound there. Shall we go back? As Manon said, it's directed by Mark Evans of Hinterland and Agwish fame, and we are very, very fortunate to work with Cerys Matthews to provide those lovely smooth So there we are. It was a privilege for me to work on this project on behalf of you. And you may have noticed Tony there, Bay to remember. We had a great day in Cardigan Bay, and Andy, who took some wonderful photography. So Southwest has very much been a part of this creative project. We did have the chance to do some consumer testing on this advert, just to reassure ourselves we were on the right track. And I'm very pleased to say that 52% of people gave it an 8+ rating, and about a quarter a 9+ rating. So that was a really good comfort fact for us, going and spending so much money on your behalf on TV. And also, coming back to the strategy again, it was very comforting to find out that 30% of people who watched this advert said that they thought that they were, having seen the advert, that there was lots to do in Wales. And some interesting takeouts there from things that perhaps you already know, that we have beautiful scenery, outdoor pursuits, and the heritage. And so on the direct marketing side, direct marketing is a key part of our activity, those who already warm to Wales. At the moment it's delivering about 30% of our responses, and we're going after a target of 100,000 responses for this entire campaign. So we had two waves basically. We had started off in January, where we sent out a direct mail with 3 key product interest areas: heritage and culture, activities and walking. And we also sent out, and that was to our mailable contacts, and then we sent out a postcard to our emailable contacts. Normally we'd only sort of, contact them online, but we decided to do a postcard. And then also we sent a copy of our Wales View, our magazine, to our hottest prospects. And now we're just about to do a second wave of direct mail activity. Here's just to give you a flavour of some of the print executions that we're doing. So this is already started and run through to the end of May. As you can imagine, we're doing a mix of broadsheet print advertising and key sort of areas of the broadsheets, magazines and travel supplements, but also doing a lot of lifestyle titles as well, mountain biking, photography. So again, trying to get strength and depth. We're doing some radio this year, Classic FM, you may have heard some. But also LBC, we're tapping into the London audience and also into the family audience as well, which I know is so important for this part of Wales. Email, online and on app, and also in the Republic of Ireland. We're doing some outdoor advertising, big 48 sheets posters in major rail hubs in London and the southeast, and also in national and regional airports, Liverpool, Manchester, Birmingham, and also Heathrow. Online, we're having a partnership with Secret Escapes. Maybe you've worked with Secret Escapes, but that's doing really well at the moment. Catalink, also may be familiar to you, a brochure request site. And of course, we're doing some online advertising, Twitter, and using we're really excited about using some new formats that Google have offered, which will basically display our product in a more interesting and compelling way. And finally, the RHS. We are sponsoring their podcast, which is a fortnightly podcast, and we're doing some online advertorial and print in their garden magazine. So I think that concludes the things on the campaign. I look forward to perhaps talking to you later and meeting some more friends. Thank you.